and watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no.
A lot is going on with ICE raids, and I've been covering the raids as they've been going on. In the beginning, when the Homeland Security and the ICE agents were going around, you had Border Patrol rounding up criminals who had catch and release, and they're deporting all these people to El Salvador and all these other places around the world, sending them home. Everybody was cheering. At least a big, I would say a big portion of the country, not everybody, was cheering. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we signed up for. But now the raids are coming up on businesses, and they're raiding, construction sites and schools and all these things. And some people are kind of looking at it like, okay, if they're not breaking the law, then why are we targeting these people? Some of them may have came here seeking a better life. If they are, working and not getting in trouble and not doing something, this ain't the part that we wanted to see happen like this. This is not what we want to see. But that has not stopped Tom Homan and Christie. No, they have pushed forward in their plan to get every single illegal alien out of the country. And it has run its course in Los Angeles, because now you have a bunch of chaos. We talked about the raids in California, particularly in Los Angeles over the last week. So much so that there's protests going on in the streets now. And the National Guard had to be called in because, these people are rioting. They're not happy. Let's go take a listen.
Tear gas and flashbangs tossed at crowds protesting immigration raids in Los Angeles Friday evening. Police issued a citywide alert nearly hours afterwards, declaring protests across the downtown unlawful assembly. In this video captured of the incident, you can see protesters pushing back against authorities in riot gear.
There's people running, screaming everywhere that ICE was here.
The protest happened hours after multiple people were arrested during a series of immigration and custom enforcement sweeps across the city, prompting fear and anger in many.
We ran because one of the persons said ICE in Spanish, so that's how basically the one that scattered.
The U.S. Attorney for the Central District of California posting this on X, saying in part, "Let me be clear. I don't care who you are, if you impede federal agents, you will be arrested and prosecuted. No one has the right to assault, obstruct, or interfere with federal authorities carrying out their duties." This is just the latest incident as ICE raids ramp up across the country as the Trump administration cracks down on illegal immigration. One of the more high-profile deportation cases involves Kilmore Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man mistakenly deported to El Salvador in March. He's now back in the U.S., but is facing federal charges for allegedly transporting undocumented immigrants in the U.S. for financial gain. An attorney for Abrego Garcia said his client should appear in immigration court, not criminal court.
And Diego's back in the country now. And so he's in U.S. custody, getting ready to be, charged with whatever it is that they're charging him with. They said that he was aiding people. He was like a coyote. So he was helping people come into the country illegally. So that's what they're charging him with. Don't know how true that is. Don't know if they just brought those charges up because this case has had so much attention because of how he was picked up and deported out of the country, and how it all started with like a mistaken identity. Just a mess. But what's going on in Los Angeles? It's gotten violent. And this time, this ain't black people. This ain't BLM, right? This ain't Black Lives Matter, the ones that tear up the city, and the Antifa. No, these are, these are Latinos who are pissed off at the deportations, and they are tearing up the city. California Republicans are saying that Gavin Newsom and Mayor Bass should have did more to protect the city, but they let it get out of control. And so much so that Trump bringing in the National Guard is actually against the wishes of what Gavin Newsom wants. So I don't know what Gavin Newsom wanted to do. I have no idea as to what he wanted to happen. But what I do know is this shouldn't be happening at all. This shouldn't be happening at all. These people are mad because people are getting deported. And I get it. Some of them are family members and things like that. But you all knew this was happening. This is what the people who voted for Trump wanted to happen. Now, there are some Republicans out there that are kind of calling it out like, hey, you done crossed the boundaries a little bit. You know, you got Latino, the president for Latinos for Trump. She came out and spoke out against it and said she didn't like it because it looked inhumane, right? And I guess you got the Democrats, you got some people on the left that's like, hey, gotcha, here you go. This is what y'all signed up for. You should have voted this way. I hate when y'all do that. I do. Because a lot of people actually did vote for this. And a lot of people actually don't have a problem with it. What they have a problem with is the city of Los Angeles burning to the ground. Especially when they already dealing with the aftermath, especially like Altadena and that area, some parts of all over Los Angeles County that were hit with all those wildfires. They still recovering from that. And now here you got people tearing up, burning, putting graffiti everywhere, destroying stuff. This is the second time this year that something has happened in Los Angeles, and it seems like Karen Bass is not prepared for what's going on. It's the second time. First was the wildfires when she was in Ghana. This time, you got these protests going on, and they just kind of sitting there twiddling their thumbs. You don't really hear them saying, calling for peace and what strategy they had. Oh, maybe they want this to happen. Maybe they want them to burn the city down and tear it up. Who knows? Maybe this might be the strategy. Hey, because it's just kind of organically happened. They just so happened that these protests broke out in Los Angeles. A lot of people getting arrested. So Trump ain't playing about these protests. I'm telling you, he campaigned on this, that law and order would come back to these cities with these protests. So he's not going to play around. Might want to be careful with this. Just saying.